last week on this Death Knight, I got the Brutality Blade. We've been going for so long without any raid weapons. Finally got one, and now we're back in Molten Core, pumping, putting the Brutality Blade to good use. And so far, I mean, look at that damage meter, dude. We're right up there. I mean, I know it's just a stupid trash mob, but we've been kind of cranking it on these trash mobs and doing great. So, I'm super excited to do Molten Core with my new Brutality Blade. Before, I was dual-wielding this blue Reaper of Dark Souls. I had 2 of them. So, Brutality, big upgrade. Happy to pump, do some damage on this guy. We're looking to get a Quick Strike Ring. Would be a really good item for us to get in this Molten Core. And also the tier chest piece would be good, because we got kind of weak items in those slots. Yeah, here, we'll get over to Lucifron. I'll be able to go over all the gear. I'm playing Frost. I really like playing Frost. I've played Unholy like a little bit before. Never really liked it that much. So, just vibing with Frost build. Here we are in the Magmadar Cavern. Right, so we got the Titan Steel Helm, Medallion of Steadfast Might. We got 4 pieces of the tier set. Cloak of Bloodied Waters. Despite being a blue, this is a pretty good, high-quality piece. Hang on. Spread Diseases. Howling Blast. Alright. Right. Then we got the Bone Grinder Breastplate, Tier Gloves, or Tier Bracer, Tier Glove, Onslaught Girdle, Tier Legs. We also need the Tier Boots, so if those drop, we'll try to go for them. Hemorrhaging Circle, Ocean's Breeze, Mirror of Truth, Berserker card, Sigil of Awareness, Reaper Dark Souls, Brutality Blade, and the talents for Frost, they look like this. Most of the points in Frost, 56 Frost, and we're going with the sub-blood build. You can do Frost and do, you know, Unholy as your side talents. Okay, hang on, we're going into the boss right away. I think it was Totem Aggro. Beard. Just focus boss now. Oh, I have no disease on the boss. Oh, hang on, I have it on this target, so I can transfer it over like that. Good. Good, good, good. 2 Army of the Dead. Why can't I don't know why I couldn't use Pestilence there. I was showing a red rune available. Try to get an empowered rune weapon used here soon. Probably like next rotation. Obliterate, 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 empowered rune weapon, refresh disease, obliterate, obliterate. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'd say that was a pretty clean Lucifron. Not quite at the top of the meter, but we're doing all right. Nice, ended number 4. Okay. Big pog damage. Loot. Double Sorceress Dagger. Bindings of the Vanquisher. Bindings of the Conqueror. Stoicho. 2 years of support on the Simonized Show. Thank you very much, Stoicho77. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I appreciate your support. And one thing I noticed about Brutality Blade is that it glows a lot. The weapon glow is much stronger than the weapon glow on my other weapons. Alright, Core Hound's destroyed. Completely destroyed. Magmadar time. Focus up Magmadar. Let's see, I've got my flask, I've got my sharpened weapons, I've got my well-fed. Do I need to press my own Horn of Winter? I don't think so. I think we got a different buff covering it that does the same thing. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. I've got it there now, though. 10, 9, 8, 7. Army of the Dead pre-pull. Summon Ghoul also. This one's good. I mean, this was an intentional pull with a pull timer, so we could, like, prepare things better, be locked in. The Lucifron was kind of like, I think it just wandered into a totem and aggroed accidentally. So, we didn't quite have the same level of preparedness. Oh, we're feared. Probably losing those diseases. Have to reapply. Unfortunate timing on that fear. You know, when our diseases were low. Oh well. Nothing you can do about it sometimes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. Fear. This one, we're able to keep the diseases. Thinking about finding a good spot to use Empower Rune Weapon here and reset all my rune cooldowns. So here, Empower, Refresh Disease, Obliterate again. Rachel to break out of the fear. Doing pretty good here. We're neck and neck with the Unholy Death Knight in the raid. It's a little bit ahead of him. Big Obliterate. Give me another Obliterate. Nice. And boss is dead, and we finish at 6.8 thousand, top of the meter. Love it. Love it, dude. I love pressing Obliterate, dude. It's my favorite ability on Death Knight. Obliterate, Owling Blast, great. I love Frost Death Knight. Look at those. Frost Strikes, Obliterates, huge damage. You know, I don't think about Frost Strike very much, but Frost Strike hits almost as hard as Obliterate. It's kind of crazy how hard my Runic Power Spender ability hits. Magician's Blade Transmog on this rogue. What's the rogue doing? Let's see what build they're doing. Magmadar, Rogue, Assassination, Mutilate, Envenoms. Nice. Not opting for the Subtlety. Subtlety is a different style, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Pulled a little bit of threat there. I'm gonna just change target for now. Okay, good. Okay, so let me think about it. The loot we need, Quick Strike Ring, I think drops from any of the lizard bosses. So, Gehennas, Shazzrah, Sulfuron, I think are the Quick Strike Ring bosses. I don't remember. Some of the Quick Strike Ring comes from multiple bosses. That's all you need to know. And then the chest armor, which is the other like big deal item. Oh shit, okay, they pulled a bit of stuff here. Let's drop a D&D. The chest armor comes from Ragnaros. And of course, we're always hyped to see if Baron Geddon's gonna drop a legendary necklace in the run, you know. We'll see. Oh, Hunter says you've been having so much fun on your enhanced shaman on anniversary. Yeah, I mean it's a whole new character, right? I mean you were playing it all as what was it? Probably resto or something lame for, you know, vanilla, but now on enhance is like unlocked as like an actual real build. So yeah, that's gotta feel good, Oh Hunter. You're still cranking with those double misplaced servo arms you got, right? Full enhance, never went Ellie or resto. Okay, that's a Chad move. You had to be two-hand enhanced before, though, right? Because you literally couldn't dual wield as a shaman in vanilla. Alright, let's see. Sometimes you do boss first, sometimes you do ads first, depending on what the group wants to do. Yamano Gaming, thank you very much for the Prime. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I appreciate your support, and I also hope you're having, you're enjoying watching the stream. Thank you. Alright, looks like they're putting Skullmark on the ad, so that makes me think they want the ad to be killed. I'm not going to pre-pull army. Okay, this other guy's doing pre-pull army. Other groups have gotten mad at me for doing army on bosses with ads, so I'm just generally assuming to not do that. We could army now, though. I mean, if one guy's gonna army, then I'm gonna army too. Okay. And then if I get called out for it, I can say, yeah, I saw the other guy do it, so I thought it was okay. And then that's a fair defense. Stunned. Fight this guy. So now that there's only 2 enemies, I'm going to stop doing Owling Blast as a priority. I'll only use it when I get a proc for it for free. At 3 or more, I want to be using Owling Blast as a priority. Do a little Empower Rune, or sorry, not, Anti-Magic Shell. Blood Tap to get an extra Obliterate in there. And now we have to look for a good window to use Empower Rune Weapon. Probably probably be when those purple runes come off cooldown. Good. Good. Everything's going according to plan. Obliterate, Frost Strike, Obliterate. Nice! 6.7! We didn't beat the Hunters. What do we get? Double Risk Guard of Stability, Vanquisher Belt, Protector Belt. Okay. Oh, Hunter says, good luck on loot this run. Hope you get insanely lucky. Well, if we walk out with either Quick Strike Ring or the tier chest piece, I'd be pretty happy. If we walk out with neither of them, yeah, it'd be a little disappointing. But, you know, them's the breaks, you know. Happens sometimes. Moving to Garr. Garr could drop another Brutality Blade, but unfortunately I cannot dual wield Brutality Blades. They made them unique equipped. You can only have one equipped at a time. The other weapon I would want to have is Empyrean Demolisher, but it drops from Kha'Zix. And I think I'm pretty much had enough with this world boss system. We were doing those before this Molten Core. We were just out doing world bosses, and it's just like you sit there, the game lags because there's 200 people all trying to tag the mob as soon as it spawns, and, you know, you sit there and wait, just wait through, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spawns of the boss before your group finally gets a tag. And it's just super annoying. Oh, disoriented again. Wait, how do we have so many dogs right here? I think it's gonna be boss time next. Okay. This guy could drop the boots that I want. The tier set boots. That would be good. Oh, they're marking a flare. I think that's the spot against the wall that they're going to want to tank stuff. Maybe this is the boss spot. That's the ad spot. Who knows? I think last week when I did this boss, I was trying to pad damage on the ads, and I Owling Blasted, and then the Owling Blast drew threat, and I got killed like 16 seconds into the fight. So I'm gonna not do that this time. padding the ads. They're getting close to dying. They explode on me. That could be a problem. Anti-magic shell? Eat. Alright. Now I think we're just on Garr and all the ads are far away. Okay. Which means we could do a Army of the Dead, probably? No, there's one more ad. Just wait for that guy to be dead. Then we'll do the army. Nice, okay. Army. Now we're looking for a good Empower Rune weapon. Which is right here. Nope, never mind. Alright, that was a bad Empower Rune weapon. But an Empower Rune weapon nonetheless. Nice. Finished at the top of the meter again. Guckor Ripper, Aged Core Leather Gloves, Conqueror, Vanquisher Boot. Okay. That's something we want to see. Man, Frost DK. I like this build. I'll put the complexity of Death Knight above Assassination Rogue, but below Subtlety Rogue. Subtlety Rogue is definitely harder than this. Takes a little bit of getting used to for the, like, rune system, but once you got that worked out, you're good. You guys want a prediction for the legendary necklace? Of course you guys do. Probably want a prediction for the legendary necklace. Alright, let me clear this trash pack, then I'll tab over to my stream thingy, get that set up. I wonder if I was on top on individual Garr damage. I did do a little bit of padding. Okay, let me do / prediction. Start prediction. Will the legendary neck drop? Alright, prediction is up. Can the neck drop in Reforged? Yes, the legendary necklace Talisman of the Binding Shard drops from Baron Geddon, which is going to be the next boss. Alright, I'll close that prediction as soon as the boss dies, okay? Or a little bit before. The legendaries in Titan Reforged, they're pretty cool. They gave the legendaries levels, so like as future phases come out, you'll be able to upgrade your legendary so it remains relevant stat-wise throughout the game. Which I think that's really cool. That's a good system. let me look at Garr only damage on that Garr fight. We won the overall, but I did only 62% of my damage to Garr. Enemy damage taken. Garr. Damn, fuck. I guess everyone else near the top was padding too. Yeah, with only 62% of my damage dealt was to Garr, I still managed to be the top Garr damage dealer. Okay. Current segment. Okay. I'm pretty sure this group had a DPS subsidy for one of the top, top damage dealer. Never mind. Maybe that was a different group. Oh, it was this one. This was the group that had the DPS subsidy. There might not be a DPS subsidy in this group. A lot of groups will do this where they have, like, the top 3 damage dealers get a bonus payout, and it helps, like, encourage people to focus up, be good, do good, stuff like that. Which I think, the payout's usually, like, 1 to 300 gold. It's not much, but I find it fun just to compete for it. Oh shit, I didn't see who was doing it. Run, run, run. Alright, that was a little bit scuffed. This boss is a huge just ass of a boss. No one likes Baron Geddon. Actually, ranged damage dealers think it's fine. Pretty much all melee hate this boss, because you just have to run out constantly. I've dropped my diseases 3 times now due to having to run out. It's pretty much the worst. I mean, if I wanted to really lock in, I could, like, hold up a blood rune to try to refresh the disease duration right before having to exit every single time. But, whatever. Prediction is up for will the legendary necklace drop. There's 17,000 points on yes against... Hang on, I didn't see it for a moment. I glanced over. 190,000 points on no. Alright, closing prediction. Flamewaker, leg plates, aged core leather gloves, gloves of the Conqueror, gloves of the Vanquisher. That's a no. That's a no legendary necklace. Unlucky. Better luck next time. Alright, so we're still looking for Quick Strike Ring. Can drop from many different bosses, and then the Vanquisher chest piece off of Ragnaros. Be a big deal. Big item for me if we got that. Okay. Now, some groups will try to get stuff over here before doing Shazzrah. Other groups, like, we might just pull Shazzrah right here now. Not do anything else. Oh, yeah, we're in. got him turned around. Good. Moving a little bit. Good time to Army of the Dead, I think. He's running away. Alright, next up, we gotta look for a good Empower Rune weapon window. That's good. Bye-bye, boss. Oh, I have a blood tap. I could use a blood tap to get an extra obliterate in. There, that's good. Anti-magic shell, my health is getting low. I want to have that extra safety. Little disease refresh. And he's dead. 5.7. Hunter and Feral above me. Okay. What do we get? Dark Iron, Ring, Flame Waker, Leg Plates, Mantle of the Conqueror, Mantle of the Vanquisher. Okay. At least Shazzrah isn't shish kebab in Titan Reforge. Yeah, I think they just kind of gave all the bosses a buttload of health. So, like, instead of, like, in Vanilla, where you just flatten them in 20 seconds and no mechanics happen, every boss does its mechanics. You know? You see Ragnaros submerges, unless you're in, like, a really, really cranker group. You see Ragnaros submerges, you see mind controls on Lucifron, you see fears on Magmadar. You know, the bosses do their mechanics. And they're not hard, right? Like, just because they have a bunch more health doesn't mean they're hard, but, like, they actually do something, which I'd say is way more, you know, it's definitely more interesting of an experience compared to killing the boss in, you know, 20 seconds before it does any mechanic. So I'd say that's a Titan Reforge W. Just giving everything a buttload of health so you can't basically skip all the mechanics of the boss by killing it crazy fast. Oh, I did not see these guys in. My food buff, sharpen weapon, flask of endless rage. We're doing good here. We are doing good. One, two, spread disease. Say this one this Molten Core is going along at a nice, relaxed, steady pace. The Molten Core I did earlier today on my rogue was going, like, crazy fast. The group I was in before, they were killing Lucifron at the start, right? And before Lucifron was even dead, one of the tanks had gone and pulled all 3 of the next dog packs before Magmadar. So, like, we were in combat with Lucifron simultaneously. We were in combat with all 3 of the dog packs before Magmadar. Like, they were just chain pulling stuff constantly. We finished Molten Core in like an hour and 5 minutes or something. It might have been a little under an hour even. I'd have to check the exact timer, but like, we got to Ragnaros and my first flask had 5 minutes left when we got to Ragnaros. They were going crazy fast, which I did not expect out of a random pug group that I joined at 4:30 a.m. server time, you know? That was a bit of a surprise. Usually, the groups at crazy weird off hours have been a little more chill in my experience. More like this group. .30 a.m. is peak gamer time? I mean, I guess so. Smoke flares? Which target should I pick? See if we can ask for a kick assignment on this. Hopefully that translated nicely. Are the Asian gamers more tryhard than EU/USA? I don't know. I mean, I've played with extremely good, competitive, high-performance Chinese players, and I've also played with, you know, pretty casual, you know, dad gamer energy type of situation. So, I mean, I would say a lot of things have been pretty similar, in my opinion, to how it is in the West. Is that, like, some people do things one way, others do it another way. Can I do this? It says, oh jeez, I'm dropping my disease now. Drop this target. Cooldown. Back up a little bit. Okay, knockback. Yikes. Climbing on the meter. Now we're back to a single target. Age core items are going up for bid in the middle of the boss. Yo, slow down. Slow down. I'm pumping. I don't think anything dropped that we actually care about yet, so I don't really need to think about those. It's a beautiful medallion. I already have this item. Good item for me, for sure. Did you see the 8-hour Molten Core parse run on Titan? No, I did not see that. Nope. Nope. Knockback. He's doing knockbacks like is when I do my special abilities. It's crazy. Okay. What do we get? Risk Guard of Stability, double Vanquisher Crown. For us, the Spike Titan Steel Helm is our Abyss this phase. That crown is not what we want, so I think I'd probably pass it. Like, I don't know if I even want to chuck minimum bid on it. I mean, if it's a 100 minimum bid, I'll go for it. Whatever, fuck it. But if it's much more than that, I think it's a pass angle. Would you have been able to afford the legendary neck if it dropped? I probably wouldn't spend that big on this character. I've got 34,000 gold in my bag. I want to buy the legendary on my main road, you know. That's what I want. That's where I'm willing to spend a crap load. You know, I go, you know, pretty high. But I don't think I would spend it unless it went like crazy low. I mean, if it was like 10k, maybe up to 15k, maybe I'd consider it on one of my alts. Sorcerer, triple Sorceress Dagger. Okay. But legendary necklace did not drop. And I don't need the legendary two-hander. I'm a Frost Death Knight, so Frost prefers to have two one-handed weapons. So the Sulfuron Hammer doesn't really interest me. Or Sulfurous Hand of Ragnaros does not really interest me. Risk Guard of Stability. I think we got 3 of these. 0 Quick Strike Ring, though. I think we're out for Quick Strike Ring now. I don't think Golemagg or Domo can drop it, or Ragnaros. Those are the last 3 bosses. Oh, no, he can. Look at that. According to this. He can. Alright, here we go. We're going in. Howling Blast proc there. Love that. I am intentionally not padding the Core Ragers. I'm just focusing on Golemagg. If I wanted to pad damage on the Core Ragers, I would prioritize Howling Blast over Obliterate. Whoops. Which actually, that was exactly the that's exactly what I was just saying I was not supposed to do. if I was focusing on Golemagg. I just hit an Owling Blast. Probably because I was saying Owling Blast, so my brain short-circuited and just pressed Owling Blast. Should have been an Obliterate there. For more Golemagg damage. Whoopsies. Okay. Nice. Conqueror, Flame Wakers, and Azure Song. Nope. None of those are Quick Strike Ring. Input display. This? Do you mean this? This is showing you what button I press. That's an add-on, and all the add-ons and weakcores I use are listed on the Discord. And this one is called Nug Key Feedback. Okay, this boss... Let's see. Spread diseases, death and decay, prioritize Owling Blast. Lots to do, and frankly, not enough runes to do it. How many subs for a China key? I don't know what you're asking, Luga. I don't know what you mean by that. Alright, here we go.
None may challenge the sun of the living.
Why can I not? There we go. I spread the disease. Okay, I was a little bit disoriented there. Maybe I should change target, just so I don't get too much threat on one guy. I noticed my threat was getting a little high on the target I'd been fixated on. Oh yeah, I was gonna Army of the Dead. I forgot about that. Okay, here's Army of the Dead. I've got a lot of rhyme procs for free Owling Blasts. Unlucky. Another Death and Decay. And I'm dead. I think I just got Shadow Shocked. Oh shit, a bunch of people are dead. Bro, are we wiping? Everyone who's close. I think we're wiping. I mean, it's close, kind of. 4 ads and the boss are alive right now. Everyone who's close to me on the damage meter is dead. Is this guy? This guy's alive, okay. Rain of Fire. Smart, he's not doing Seed of Corruption. Let's check the Friendly Fire meter. Alright, so a little bit of Spell Reflect going on. Not too much, actually. Is this a wipe or not? So that's gonna die, then that one full heals. Then they just have to kill this one at 2.74 million health with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people alive. Yeah, I think they'll probably get it, actually. I think they'll get it. What is this guy saying? Something about DPS. Better not be talking shit about my Death Knight DPS, bro. My Death Knight DPS was insane. It's time to pad DPS, mages. You see, moments like this are how you know Chinese WoW players and, you know, Western WoW players have a lot in common, you know? They know what's up. We know what's up. This is just how it is. They still have 7 players alive, so they haven't lost anyone in a while. That's good. Guy is down to... Oh, Conqueror, Vanquisher Crown at 100. Okay, I'll go... 200. 300 Vanquisher Crown. Truthfully, I don't really care about this Vanquisher Crown. I think I'm letting it go. Winnable? Yeah, I think they're gonna get it. I think they're gonna get it. My DPS is pretty pathetic now. I'm still 3rd, even though I've been dead for 3 minutes. But the people who managed to live have finally pulled ahead of me. I just got Shadow Shocked, I think. 2 minutes, 3 seconds into the fight, I suffered a triple Shadow Shock. I was at about 63% health before that, and then 3 Shadow Shock at once. I'm dead. So I died 2 minutes, 3 seconds into the fight, and the entire fight took 5 minutes, 39 seconds. So I was dead for more of the fight than I was alive for. 3rd on damage. Let's go. Alright, any good loot? No, no one looted the boss yet, probably. Because everyone's dead. Somebody didn't farm Fell Striker. They even... Yeah, they're fanning. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Probably a no Fell Striker situation, I guess. Let's see. Leggings of the Vanquisher, Protector... Eye of Divinity. Sash of Whispered Secrets, cloth, belt thing, gloves of Hypnotic Flame. Okay, none of that interests me. But now we go to the Fire Lord. Some of the Chinese players call Ragnaros the Big Screw because he's kind of like a corkscrew shape with his like spiraling fire thing. So they call him the Big Screw. I thought that was funny. I like that name. Eye of Divinity auction failed and no one wants it. Conqueror gloves for 1200. Okay. Vanquisher shoulder at 600. Make Sod great again. Look, if you want to play the same content over and over and over again, you can play Era and you can play Sod, but that shit ain't getting any new content, and that makes it kind of boring, if you ask me. What gear's on the top of your wish list for next phase? The stuff next phase, nothing like super duper excites me. Because like Thunder Fury, it's a little bit scuffed, like, you know, I can't use it with Mutilate, which is my favorite build to play. I could use it with Subtlety, but it would just be an offhand for Subtlety, probably. Which is, you know, not that exciting. I think the most exciting thing would be Rod of the Sun King. I mean, maybe Thunder Fury is a good fan of Knives weapon. That proc hits like 6 targets for a jillion damage or something. Thunder Fury could be a good fan of Knives weapon. Bet Thunder Fury would be good on DK? Yeah, it definitely would be good on DK. You need the boots. Oh, yeah, I do need the boots. Wait, hang on. Did they go unsold? Hang on. You spaced, they wait, did they go unsold, or did they sell to someone else? They were sold. Okay. Oh well. It's okay. If they were unsold, I would have asked to have them reposted. Say, sorry, I missed it, but if someone else bought it, all good. Whatever. Bank legs, already got them. Okay, so we died, and my flask ran out, so let me re-up my flask, and then we'll have to do a new sharpening stone and a new food buff. Only the best items have commas in the name? Yeah, true, actually. Damn, all the loot is going to be done before we even get into Ragnaros. This is an efficient run. Dang. I can appreciate that. Big pog damage.
36 months is almost 3 years. Wow.
36 months is almost 3 years. That's true. Depending on your definition of almost. Tokyo Bone Man, thank you so much for 36 months of support on the channel. As you say, that's almost 3 years. Some people would say it is 3 years, but, you know, you're the one subbing to me, so I'm not going to argue about it. Thank you, Tokyo Bone Man. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and hope you're enjoying the stream. It's at least 2 years? Yeah. Definitely. At least 2 years, you're right. Alright, we want to see Vanquisher chest armor off of Ragnaros. Put up a prediction for that. Will the Vank chest drop? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Yes or no. Prediction is up. Oh, is everyone repairing their weapons? I think my weapon is good enough, but if we're all going out repairing, might as well go out repairing myself. I was wondering why no one else was next to me at Ragnaros. So, summon myself. Port out like this. Hearth out. Go to the repair guy. What raids are out and which are in next phase? Right now, it's Molten Core, Azergos, and Kha'Zix. But the next phase is coming out on the 29th, so just 6 days. We'll get Tempest Keep, Serpent Shrine Cavern, Outland version of Kha'Zix, and Doomwalker in Outland as well. Then I think phase 3 is Nax Rammus. Let's see, dungeons and raids. Yeah, phase 3 Nax. Look at that. Sinister Revenge. 232 item level. Agility, hit, haste, attack power. Calamity's Grasp, crit, haste, attack power. Big fist weapon. Murder Dagger. That's another 232. Okay, hit haste. Nice. Is this unique equipped? Oh, whoa, they didn't make it. I mean, at least right now, it doesn't look like it's unique equipped. Looks like you could just double Sinister Revenge if you wanted to. Kind of expect most items to be unique equipped these days. I looked at that, I was like, whoa. Okay. What other loot is there? Nax Rammus. There's a few other daggers. There's one from Nubricon. The Web Death is also a 232. So we have a 1.4, a 1.5, and a 1.8 232 item level dagger in this phase. That's pretty cool. The next raid SSC, sorry, didn't mean to make you repeat yourself. Yeah, SSC and Tempest Keep will come out at the same time on the 29th. So 6 days from now, roughly. Prediction is up for whether or not the Vanquisher chest will drop. That's the big deal item that I want to see from Ragnaros. Replace this stupid Bone Grinder breastplate. Soon, Executus. What is the meaning?
These mortal infidels, my lord. We have invaded your sanctum and seek to steal your secrets. You allowed these insects to run rampant through the hallowed core. Now you lead them to my...
Dude, that Coilfang PvP thing, Hitchens, I think that's going to be so toxic. Because you know how you get to the Coilfang instances? You swim through that really narrow pipe that's really long. And that just seems like the most insane choke point to just camp people in. Seems to me like if people are incentivized, extra incentivized to PvP in that area, it could get pretty toxic pretty fast. We're saving Army of the Dead for a potential submerge. That's what we want Army of the Dead for. It can really help with controlling all the ads that come out during the submerge phase. Let this purple rune hang so that as soon as... Oh. Shit. Well, that wasn't a very good use of unbreakable armor. I pressed it as I was going into the air. It was the next thing I was thinking I was going to do, but then I was in the air, so the first, like, 5 seconds of my unbreakable armor wasted. Oops. Eat. Howling Blast. Obliterate. Extra Obliterate thanks to Blood Tap. Oh, that guy's doing Army of the Dead right now. You think we're about to go? Yeah, we are about to go into this phase. What the fuck? They're all over here. That's not where they normally do it. Okay, wait, now they're over here. Okay, yeah, so I think his Army of the Dead held them in a spot they weren't expecting them to be. This is where, like, pretty much every group always does it. Interesting. Okay, so... not what I expected to happen there. It's possible they communicated that and I was just not privy to it, you know. A lot of these things I kind of have to guess based on what I've experienced before. Alright. Yeah, I feel like something definitely went wrong there. That didn't seem like that was a submerge phase that went according to plan, if you ask me. Eat. Other people backing out of melee range. Not me, bro, dude. If I die, I die. That's just how it goes. Yeet! God damn it. I don't have sprint to get back quickly. Fresh disease, nice. Top of the meter, boys. Top of the meter. Prediction. Close submissions. 41% believers in the Vanquisher chest. Alright, other people have looted already. It's safe to loot. Acuria, Spinal Reaper, Fire Lord, Conqueror, and Protector. Alright, well, we can bid on Acuria a little bit, but I'm not going to go super high on it. Still no Vanquisher, boys. Still no Vanquisher. Unlucky. 2 chances at a 1 in 3? I mean, come on. Will the Vank chest drop? Answer, no. Unlucky. Bonus roll it? Dude, I wish. I wish. Acuria. Alright, 400 Acuria. 500 Acuria. 1K Acuria. 15, 16. Fuck Band of Acuria. 2,000? I'm definitely out at this point. When it was in the mid 1,000s, I was like, okay, maybe, you know, it's a Band of Acuria. Gotta kind of use the ults, like, conservatively. Like, my raid performance is good enough. It's not like I'm slacking in the raid performance, so, like, I'm okay. You know, if I just pass some loot and, you know, get a payout, make some money, you know, you can't buy everything every time. You can't go net negative on gold every single raid. Otherwise, you run out of gold. That axe looks cool. A Band of Acuria for 3,000 gold in this group. No legendary necklace, no Sulfuron ingot, no Eye of Sulfurous. So none of the legendary item type of deals. 1,400 for one of these chest armors. Protector. What was the other one? 700? That was Choker of the Fire Lord for 700. And what is this? Conqueror for 800. Damn, on account of we did all the loot during the last 3 bosses. I think we're actually just done with the loot bidding already. Usually I'm used to having like 20 minutes at the end of the raid where this shit gets figured out and it takes a long time. Seems like we're done with it already. I can appreciate that efficiency, okay? Iceron, you says your back probably hurts from like all the carrying. No, I mean Molten Core is easy. They don't need me to top the damage meters. It's not like I topped them by a long wide margin. You know, we bumped, we did good, but I wouldn't say I carried. Gutgore Ripper, Eye of Divinity. I think this is just like the last chance items, right? Like they went out before and no one wanted them, and they're just double checking, making sure no one wants them. You should have changed it from PC carry to Simon carry. No, no, no. I feel like this probably is not a very big payout. Okay, they're posting up the receipts before these auctions finish because they just know no one wants this shit. Usually it has a, like, something x5. You see a single payout times 5 is the 5-person payout. I'm not seeing that here, so I don't know exactly what's going on. Infernal Head Cage, Risk Guard of Stability, failed to sell. Yep, they suck. That's why. What? This seems like it's too much. It seems like that's 5-person payout. 604. I just got 30-20. Yeah, so 604 each. Okay, yep. I know what to do with that. Okay. Yep. 604. We trade to each other person in my group. 604. I know what to do. I know what to do. Some of the groups, they're like, oh, he's a foreigner, he doesn't know about distributing, and then they don't pay me, or they don't give me the, like, 5-person payout, and, you know, it's whatever, I don't care, they just pay me individually. Some groups, they trust me to do the thing, they know I know the thing. Nice, okay, everyone paid out. Cool. SR run. Who got Lego neck? Sage rolled a 95. I rolled a 95 on a legendary necklace once. Oh shit, okay. Poor guy getting the 5-man payout in Hearthstoning and getting banned. Yeah. There was one foreigner, like Westerner player in one of my guilds. They joined a run and they didn't know about this system of like getting traded 5 payouts at once, and then you trade to everyone else in your group. And they just got this fat payout, and they were like, sweet, I'm out, and Hearthstone, and everyone got really, really mad, and like reported them for gold scamming. But then pretty quickly, it was explained to the person what they were supposed to do. They like contacted someone who like spoke English and could tell the person in English, because the person themselves wasn't like translating messages or whatever to speak with people, whatever. It was a whole mess, but in the end, the guy had it explained to him what he was supposed to do and got the gold to the right people, and it was all good.